because it's important that we all realize that we are always co-creating. It's not just when we say we are co-creating, but we always are. We always have been. We've always made this world exactly what we want it to be. We're also always perceiving what it is. And today, when we meet in gatherings like this, the purpose of these gatherings is to just spread out the best of the visions that we have in our hearts, so that for some time we spend time just immersed in that dream, immersed in that vision, because that vision is in us, all of us. As Bhupinder has shown us and Professor taught us, that vision is the simplest of things in our life, which is a smile. And smile is something which I've always thought of all my life. The gods are always smiling, always serene. Why is that? When they know everything, they are creating this world, but they are in smile. And the only way to understand that is to be like them. And we are them, because we all know that we have the creator essence within us. So for this 1 hour, I just want us to focus and stay there in that space. I'm hoping, and I'm inviting all of us, so that we can share these and allow other people also to see that they also have that kernel inside them, that vision inside them. So what I would like today is, we'll just take a one quick round. If I'll just say each one's name so we'll know who's talking, and I'll just pose a question. Then I will request Kisitwa to open the space. Or Kisitwa, actually, maybe please open the space first, then I'll do the round, and then Tavita will guide us, and then we'll do into being in that space, which is called akash, or the ethers, the space where we are all connected. And then I'll ask each of us again to please share our visions. Okay? Thank you. Kisitwa.
Are we never not all connected? You know, it seems to me we are. It's a question of where we're focusing, and we often forget that we're all connected. I used to start my church groups with there's nowhere God is not. Nowhere. The problem is where's God? It's where's our attention. No. And I've tried to hold services outside when we could, and I would suggest people just get off the park bench and go hug a tree for a minute, or walk in the creek barefoot, and wake up to the presence that is there with us all the time. I had somebody say, well, don't you pray? And I said, isn't every thought a prayer? I mean, if prayer is speaking with God, then God is all present, omnipresent. Then how can we not be in prayer and ceremony every moment of every second of every day? And we forget, we forget. It's, what do I got to put on the grocery list? What's on TV tonight? Don't forget the milk. God is here. God is within us. God is without us. And there's something about us that is always aware of that when we reach inside and seek it. Always. We're never apart. And for this, I am constantly and forever grateful, and I hope you will share that gratitude, that we are created as we are, the ability to envision things differently and have that bear fruit. I think we are creators at a level that most of us never appreciate. And I honor that in all of you. Hi, hi, all our relations.
Thank you. Can you turn off your sound for just a short bit, Kishu? Thank you. Would everybody just relax completely? We're going to connect to ourself and source, to the God, to the divine, to the creator. And as you close your eyes and relax your shoulders and breathe gently through your body, recognizing your breath coming from the outside of your body that you feel completely around you, your crown opens up farther and farther as you begin to connect to your divine mind. The light flows in and the love flows around you. Each cell is a hologram of the source. Each cell contains the frequency and the vibration of pure light and pure love. We are going to ask today that you begin to energize it from a new perspective. This perspective is that all you are is source, creator, God, co-creator on the planet. And each cell vibrates in your body so that the mitochondria become more and more energized with more and more light. All the colors of the rainbow flow into the mitochondria of each cell as it brings in and connects and elevates the new frequencies and DNA that you already possess. They are expanding through your body, through the sound energy fields of your body, through the electrical and magnetic fields of your body, and through the smile particles and the nanoparticles within the light of your body. All healing begins now to transform each and every fragment of your being. As you connect and transform, so too does that energy frequency move out with greater understanding and wisdom coding, with greater light frequency connecting to all frequencies of pure light vibration into one unity of whole magnetic, pure, ultra light codes around the planet. The seeds awaken up the planet, but within yours, your mind expands back into the Akashic records and further, now seeing exactly what you would like on the planet, now feeling and knowing exactly what you are going to carry forth each moment in your mind, in your speak, and in your doing. Breathe it in, deeper and deeper, relaxing farther and farther away. All the past has now been cleared. It drops off you completely, leaving only fresh, co-creating light and love within your energy field. And so it is. We thank you, we thank you, we thank you. Amen and namaste. Please open your eyes and come back into the room.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Tavita, would you?
Meenakshi,
Yes.
back to you.
Tavita, actually, because I'll be needing to call people in and out, would you have all of us share if people are willing to share? Just there's that reactions button below. If you can just do a thumbs up, and then Tavita can call on you.
Okay. Who would like to start? Jenny. Oh, Tree? Hi, go ahead.
Can you hear me? Me or
Yes.
somebody else?
Okay. How about Jenny? Is it Jenny?
Hi.
Hi.
Can you hear me? Yes. Okay. I want to share that one, I live in a magical forest in Virginia, surrounded by trees and wildlife. And I believe Spirit brought me here 2 years ago to prepare me for right now. And every morning I wake up around 5 a.m. and I start calling in light. And I breathe it in. And then I start radiating it out of my being, first to my President of the United States, then to every political person in the world, and then to people that come to my mind. And then I call it into myself. And through this time, since March, I was working 3 days a week in another area of my state, and I haven't been working since March 17th. But my work is this light. There is no doubt in my mind. And I try on social media and to all I speak with to radiate light, and especially people who seem to be opposed to what I believe, because I know we are all connected. I love how we started, because I live by myself. I am not alone. I know this with all my heart and soul, because we are all together and we all chose to be here. And I have tears in my eyes as I speak to you each, because the words we are speaking in this hour aren't just in this group of us. It is being radiated truth out to the whole world. And I'm so grateful to be part of this, even though I didn't know I had chosen this. Thank you.
Bupinda?
This is really so beautiful. Here in this platform together, already we are creating miracle. And now I always feel that we all are miracle, and we don't need to wait for big miracle. Already, every moment, because when you say that God is inside us, God is outside. So only thing is connection. Every single moment with our smiles, with our works, with our deeds, with our actions and reactions, we are creating miracle. And this miracle is contributing already so many beautiful things are there. So many beautiful things. This is really wonderful world. People now, they are opening, their consciousness is expanding. I meet so many people in this time, and I see them that everyone is, I see they are blooming. They are blooming. You know, even if there is outside is pain and some up and down and this, but when we talk to them, then their soul essence, you know, that we can feel it. And they understand that what is this suffering? This is not this truth, actually. This is universal drama. Everyone is understanding on their own. They are, you know. So I feel that this time I see that many miracles happening in everyone's house, not only in home, in within every person. And this kind of realization, this kind of understanding, this kind of miracle is really, I see that this is started taking shape already. Already it started taking. And full of love and smiles. This is, as I always say, because I feel it, this is smile world. This is my pet word, not because this is just word for me. I see it, I feel it, this. I really feel this. This is smile world. And the main thing is that today everyone have realized this. All people, they know that there is we have miracle inside. When he sent us on this earth, we came here with great power. With great power, we already have it, and you know it. Only thing is now, this is the moment that we should use this power consciously to create miracle. Already we are creating unconsciously, but when we start doing it consciously, everyone can understand that this is smile world. This is beautiful world. Whole universe is with you. You are one with the universe. You are one with the power. You're not alone. You are not alone at all. And once you feel this power, then there is no lack feeling coming. Feeling of abundance, realization of, this is not just feeling, actually above feeling. And then all these difficult situations come and go, because this is also beautiful. This is also beautiful. When we see the world, smile world, when we see the world which is full of love and smiles, it doesn't mean that this up and down will not come. Without we will never realize that this is smile world. So all these beauties is really helping us to evolve. And many people this time, I see the petals of their consciousness is opening, and soon they all will experience, and they all will say themselves that this is smile world. It is not that I say that this is smile world. All will say, once they realize their inner power, their inner miracle, once they start creating miracles, and then they will say, wow, this is smile world. This is smile world. Thank you.
Thank you. Liliana?
Good morning to everyone.
Morning.
What I could share. I think I'm very moved right now, maybe because I can feel all the essence of everyone that's on this circle right now. And so pure, so bright that it's moving me so much. I'm sorry for my the vision I have is a world that doesn't have any suffering, that people connect with love, no pain, truly connection through love, unconditional love, and that people can exchange and live in harmony. And when I say that, and sometimes I say that in my regular life to people that I know, and some people don't understand. They say, oh, this is impossible. Look at the world around you. But deep inside of me, I know that's possible. I lived that. I feel like I lived that before in a society that that was possible. That was the where we lived, and I have this feeling that you can be truly happy in life, and you can really feel unconditional love, and that's what my vision for this world. I think that's what I have to share today. Thank you so much for everyone that's here now, participating of this beautiful circle. I feel so honored to be here, especially because many of my mentors are here today. My beautiful mentors that are preparing me, sharing with me the knowledge, the insight, the love, the kindness. And I feel very humbled and honored for their presence and all your presence in my life. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Tree, would you like to say something?
No, I think Tree had said that she and
Okay.
Nina were talking.
Nina?
Yeah. Since I moved to Merida, something pulled me so deeply. And at the beginning, I didn't know why, but as I told Menachi, I felt that something, I have to do many things here. And sometimes I don't know even where to start. But in the past days, I walk around, we have to walk with the mask here and everything. And I have seen children selling things and moms asking, begging from another parts of Mexico. And in the past days, I said, I have to put a smile in these people. How? And then my husband and I, our vision is to start helping in a way these families. And yesterday somebody asked me also to start like a circle for women in need. And exactly, I have many visions, I have many things around my head, but I know that for sure something beautiful is coming out of this, because before I couldn't see children begging, but now I can see it with a smile. I try to transform, to help, and that makes me feel good. I feel the beauty in everything, and if I'm here, I have my mission as everybody, as we know, and I don't know, I feel happy to be here. I think that I have many things to accomplish, and with a smile, I can also see a smile in everybody, even with pain, or I don't know if I'm trying to explain the best I can, but my mission is to put a smile in everybody's face. Thank you.
Thank you. Iniana, do you have
She also
something?
had said that she didn't want to share.
Okay. Monica? Monica doesn't want to talk either.
Good morning. I'm sorry. It's
Oh,
just
good.
I'm with my daughters here. It's a lot of noise. They're in the. I have 3 girls, and I just joined in. Thank you for inviting me. I appreciate it. I mean, I just got in. I don't know.
Monica, if it's okay with you, we are fine with seeing your beautiful daughters because that is part of your life and that's so lovely. In fact, I was going to allow Yuki, who's our dog, to be here, but then she decided she wanted to walk out when I started shutting the door. So but that's okay. We're just sharing what we are co-creating. What is our vision for this world?
My vision for this world, well, I'm starting at home, you know, with my daughters. I'm trying to work with me to be a better mom, to help them grow in a love environment. And so, I mean, since ever, I've always thought we should all be just us, not, my English is not the best, so I'll try to express myself as best as I can. But with no tags, just being ourselves, with no I'm Monica, whatever I am. If I'm an engineer or I'm just Monica, I just want my daughters to feel like that, to just be them, to just connect to themselves. And that way I think we could all be a better world. I guess that's all I could do from my part, from my side.
Great. I have one thing to add from my vision is that I've done a lot of research on COVID-19 and all the things that are happening. And as we spread more light and we want to see the smiles, we really have to take off the inside mask we've been carrying for eons, the governmental world mask that we carry, we release and send more light. And the mask that we actually physically put on our face, we might wear into a store for the short time we're there. But I would invite you not to be wearing masks on the street, not to be forced to be wearing the mask. We can't see your smile. We cannot see the light. And as we spread this light, we really have to recognize we are perfect and our bodies will take care of themselves. And the more that we connect to the light, and I see the light and I feel the light in the air has actually become, even though people are back to work, it has become generally clearer that I am breathing. In the beginning, in March, I could smell the particles of COVID. I went out with masks and gloves and I could smell it. So I had to have a mask. I don't have to have a mask except in a few stores. My body is strong. The light codes that I'm connecting to and the frequencies that I see that we are connecting to, that my friends are connecting to, as light workers, we're connecting to this powerful frequency to see the love, to see the smiles, to see the health in everyone around us, and to see the beauty that is happening now. And that as we take off the masks and let go of our fear and see that person with light and feel it first within ourselves, we see the beauty. We see the beauty in the trees. We see the beauty in the animals, where the kitten is being hugged by the monkey. I'm seeing more and more of this. I'm seeing more in the oceans as friends send me pictures when I used to dive, and I'm seeing so much more. So the beauty is magnifying. We cannot be trapped by the socialistic agenda, and the government needs changing. So as we have sent out We will no longer be doing it the old way. This light I see transmuting across not only America, but across the world as we unite, because we are whole as beings of humanity, and we carry this light. We are God force. There are different species in different universes, and some of the humans are in different universes. But in this one, I'd like to see for us using technology and using our hearts with light and love to create a more sustainable, unified, sharing world. So, thank you.
Can I speak now? So I wanted to share, because this is very beautiful also, what you just said, Tavita, because a little before when the circle started, I was also talking about the masks. And like you said, there are many masks which we all wear. I was doing the 9 responsibilities course, which is Tavita's course. And one of the things that comes up is the facade. All of us have a facade, and there's no harm in that. We need to wear clothes. It's as simple as that. But what I was telling people is, don't develop a spiritual facade. Please be as real as possible. And as I was walking in the park recently, I was telling the ones who came earlier, because I had closed myself in and wasn't going out, and I went out recently. I decided, because I don't have the fear of getting ill, but I don't want to give fear to those who may not yet be awake. So if I have got a mask, I'm fine with wearing it if I feel the person in front of me wants it. And I'm fine with not wearing it if I feel the person doesn't. I would rather walk on the grass rather than face to face if I think a person's worried. But to me, it doesn't matter in that sense. I was also talking to some friends of ours who are Jains. That's a religion which is completely based on non-violence. And the monks, they always wear a white mask. They always wear a mask. And that mask is to prevent hurting the kitanu, the tiny, tiny atomic little insects. See, every barrier is two-way. It's not one way. Every mask is two-way. Everything that we do that's why I always say that if we are making a wall, remember the wall doesn't keep people out. It keeps us in also. Be careful of walls. And so that's what I wanted to share. I share a vision. My vision is that we are able to see closely and deeply behind the masks that we and everyone around us wears. Because behind it is really always the smile. Until the healer sees the smile in the diseased organ, they can't start healing. Unless in Reiki we see that the person is already perfect, we can't, the flow of light doesn't go. So it's the same with, now we have to bring it into our daily life, into the walk. And for this walk, I'm so grateful for all the teachers here who are my teachers, because all of you have taught me how to walk this earth. So for that, I'm grateful. And I'm so happy that you all are here.
Could I share a little bit more? Okay, thank you. I just so appreciate you, amazing group of people. And I know you're but mirrors of myself, and I am mirrors of you. I would be remiss if I did not share that every day I am continuing to do inner work on myself. That when the pandemic first occurred, at first I was in a tiny bit of fear, And then I saw it as an incredible opportunity. Eckhart Tolle coined this phrase called enforced stillness. And I took that to heart. And when I am in the enforced stillness and I am willing with courage, and it takes courage for me to go deep and look at those subtle behaviors, those subtle beliefs, those subtle ideas that have blocked me from the sunlight of the spirit. And the more I'm willing to look at myself deeply and surrender and exhale, and I write this all the time, the exhale of what I've been holding onto, that is my inner mask that shows up as my outer mask. And the more I'm willing to let go and to be who I really, really am, I can show each person who crosses my pathway, whether it's physically or energetically, how to rise above their own fears. This is my vision, that together we co-create love, because love heals every single thing in the world, not only ours, but all worlds and all dimensions. Thank you for listening. I so appreciate you.
Kisitua.
Well, I have to smile because I think I must be the laziest among you. I have no regular spiritual practices. I never meditate. I just be. I'm content. It's a good day, and they're all good days. And today may be a slightly better day. Sunday mornings I share breakfast with my family that lives in this area, and I treasure those Sunday mornings when we actually can be face to face and share food. We still order in. We don't go out. We used to go out and get to the local restaurants, but now we order and pick it up and we eat at home. And I spent an hour trying to connect with some folks in Nepal that I'm working on. They have a proposal. They want to build a 25-kilometer trail to a village that really is got no access, and there's a temple. And there are language difficulties and there are cultural differences, and there's certainly technological issues with the phones and messenger. But it was good. It was all good. And I got to meet, the son who speaks better English for the family, and the daughter who's quite beautiful, and the father who's writing the proposal as a teacher. But I also got in touch with the people in that village live on $40 US a month. And I think about that, $40. The rich people live on $80 a month. That was still good. I have a very high level of contentment for a huge percentage of my total time. I don't work at it. It's the way I view the world, And the Cree have a really interesting saying, which I really thoroughly believe in. Today is a good day to die. Today is a good day to die. And what they're saying is, if you live a life where I have no bucket list, I have, to the best of my knowledge, no amends left to make. And when I do, I try to make them when they happen. I think I've forgiven myself for everything I can remember that I've actually done that I feel some shame or guilt about. You know? So life is good, and I'm serious when I keep telling people, you know, isn't all life prayer and ceremony? Is there anything else? No. Doesn't seem like it. I don't care whether I'm working a jigsaw puzzle or watching some shoot 'em up on television or in a Zoom meeting or talking on answering crazy people on Facebook. I tell people repeatedly because they'll come in, you know, and they're confused. I say, good. And they say, I'm broken. And I say, huh, I don't think so. You look pretty good to me. You're just fine. I understand that getting down to the mitochondria and the rest of it, but you know, I just said there's nothing wrong with you. I don't gotta go any deeper than that. There's just nothing wrong with you. What on earth can be wrong with a child of the Creator except misperception of themselves? And that's easily fixable. That's not a brokenness. That's just the way you want to look at your attention. The world is good. I'm amazed I've made it to this age. You know, I've done all the things that every foolish youth has ever done. And I tried to do many of them to as excess an amount as I could possibly be. And through the grace of God and whatever else is out there, I'm still here and I'm still healthy. And I can still say, no, I'm not going to do that. I love a saying from the Course in Miracles. It says, you know, if a person asks you to do a foolish thing, do it. I just see so much wisdom in that kind of statement, you know. And so I joyfully do a lot of foolish things because people would like me to. And it's okay. It doesn't reduce my contentment one bit. I love the statement from a course from Conversation with God, book 1, and God's talking to Neil Donald Walsh, and he said, well, the true Trinity is love, joy, and peace of mind. And that where you find one, you must find the other two. And that just makes so much sense to me. I was emailing with Kavita. I'm amazed the number of emails that have gone back and forth, by the way. Stunning. And one of the questions that we were asking ourselves, what do we envision? And I wrote a partial answer, but a fuller answer would be that all fear is perceived as a call for love. All fear is simply a plea for love. That people don't know how to ask any other way than anger, revenge, betrayal, whatever it is. They're all just asking for love. And that's my check-in. I envision a world in which all fear is perceived as a request for love. Hi.
I think that's perfect because many times I go back and I look at little children. I see men when they were little. I see women when they were little. And at some point in time, something happened and they were hurt. And then they knew hurt. But what we really want is love. And so that's perfect, just perfect. Thank you. Meenakshi?
You know, what I'd like each of us also to share, because everyone who's here is walking the earth and doing, also doing. I know we are human beings, but we are also human doings. And with the actions that we take, we are doing something to help ourselves and the people around us, because as they say, compassion has to include yourself also. So can each of us just share what you are what you're doing, because I've shared a little in the chat, but I think it's important if each of us also shares what is the work that we are doing and how we feel is helping the world. Is that all right? Okay. So if you don't want me to call, I know two people have asked me that they won't be able to talk because of where they are, but I don't know if Monica is here, but she can say it. I'll call on her later. Nina. Nina, yes, yes, yes. Well, I'll do one thing. I will say what you do if you don't say it. I want to tell you about Nina. Nina is an angel. Nina is a person with a heart that you will not be able to find any boundary. And the way she did was, when she was in Miami, that's where I met her. I call her a soul connector. She brings you out of whichever silence you're in. Because I was in my deep silence of just liking to learn and never wanting to do anything. And she had this big gathering. She and her husband are amazing, generous human beings. They had this big gathering. You'll call it a party, but it was of people that she knows who teach or who sell something. Like some people were selling something to send to charity, things like that. And everyone was so this was that kind of a gathering. And in that gathering, she said, Meenakshi, I've heard that you teach something and you do something, you have to talk about it. I said, no, I don't want to talk. And actually, the friend who introduced us had told us about that. And I looked around and I saw the people there and I said, you know, I'm not going to talk to them about Reiki, because many people here are Reiki. Because this, you realize that when you've done Reiki, you can look at a person and you can know who's attuned. Even if they have forgotten, you can just know it. But I was learning Sujok, and I said, which is a therapy based on points in the hands and feet. And I said, I will talk about Sujok. And she pushed and pushed and pulled me after that. And she said, Meenakshi, I'll be your manager. You don't know how to do anything. And she would guide me and she would tell me what to do. And every time, every month, they have people in their house constantly promoting and helping people, constantly helping people to share what they do in the world. This is Nina, who's saying she doesn't do anything. She's amazing. Now she's gone away to Merida, and now she's going to wake up Merida in Yucatan. Beautiful, beautiful. Her daughter got married. It is a wedding that I feel was a wedding in the clouds. They had a girl who's partly Mexican, partly Argentinian, born in the USA, married a German, with a Maya ceremony in Yucatan, Merida, Yucatan, Mexico. Look at the beauty. There were people from 70 countries. All of us flew from I think 7 countries or 10 countries just to attend that wedding. It was a dream. And the entire food for the wedding party was vegan. Imagine that. It's like a dream. It is an unbelievable. So this is Nina. Jenye, I know what you do, but I want you to share it. The sticks thing that you do. Don't you? No? Okay. Don't you have that thing that you share that this is my something about the sticks, which I don't know very well about? No? I'm confusing? Okay. Who's going to say? Tavita, will you say what you do? You want me to say?
What I do is a lot of light work connection in the moments as I walk, who I am, connecting and trying to keep my thoughts in that light form wherever. I'm also being pushed by Meenakshi to get out. So she must have learned a lot from you, Nina. So I am very slowly clearing and working on the book, The 9 Responsibilities, to come out in a different format and with things that I've wanted to add over the years, but I need to keep it really simple, I was told by Spirit. So that's kind of what I'm doing, and also helping family to shift. This is a big shift for my family. So I've been around, and now my son, who's finished the 6 manuals of the Auravana.org project, he's been working on, and my daughter, who's got 2 kids, supporting her. And so I'm doing that while I'm trying to get my head around and move forward with my book, and always doing the light work when I go out, when I see people, when I'm thinking, things like that. And I connect people. I feel that a lot of my work over the years has been connecting people through emails, and I've seen the interconnections come to fruition over the last 3 years. It's like, oh my goodness, you know, these little dots have all grown and are like a huge, great matrix net. So I've done that, and now I'm moving forward with other things. Thank you. And next week I go up on Sunday to Asheville. So I won't be with you, but in spirit.
Okay. But you'll meet, I think, you'll meet Kisitwa then, right? That's what was being planned. Okay. Lillian, you want to say what you do?
Sure. Right now, I'm like you were before in a learning process. First of all, I'm wearing my money. I'm a healthcare provider. I'm also chef. Well, used to work like right now. I just separate from that a little bit. So I was a vegan chef. Many kinds of food, but my last main thing was vegan food. And I have a little project aside that I'm trying to get work in high vibration food. But my main concentration now is sujok. I'm a sujok therapist, and right now I'm trying to revise all that I have learned so far, because I think this sujok is wonderful. And I want to be able to use and help people to heal people and teach people, especially in parts of the world that people don't have access to healthcare, don't have the earnings to be able to have health insurance, and also Reiki channeler that I love to do. And I'm learning about different things about sound healing, crystal healing, and things that actually bring me back and have me have this feeling inside that it's mine. It's something that I have very familiar with. So as I said before, I have a vision for a different world. And what I'm trying to do now is learning and kind of putting all the learnings that I'm doing now in a connected somehow, and trying to develop a different kind of living in a little community to experiment. And then for now on, that's basically what I'm doing, learning with my mentors, wonderful mentors, I have to say. I'm very lucky and honored to have the mentors I have and helping me on this journey. I want to also thank Tavira, since she's here today. I just went to the 9 Responsibility course, and it was so important for me, touched my life and my soul so much. And I'm so, so happy to hear that you're actually writing a book about it. I think it will help so many, so many, so many people. And I'm honored to be taught on your course, and by Minaski also. That is also my mentor. I think you all my mentors. And I'm so, again, honored to be here. Thank you.
I think the people who are not on video may not want to share. Kisitwa, I have already shared about you, but would you like to share also?
Sure. Um, I have a foot in several places. I need 3 or 4 feet. I am den mother and head of the complaint department of our little village. The official title is president, but the reality is den mother and complaint department. And the role I take most seriously with that is just keeping the community a community, putting out the small spats about whose tree belongs to who, and why is that yard messier than this one, and can I remodel my awnings and that kind of stuff. It's all small, but it's all stuff that can build into huge arguments if somebody doesn't say, oh, wait a minute, I'm sure we can fix this. I have a chance for running into empaths who are confused in some way or another. And so I do my best to help them perceive what's happening to them as not insanity, but a God-given gift, and how to live with that and work with it and exist with it. And that's kind of neat. I really enjoy doing that because there are a lot of empaths who've been misdiagnosed as having mental illness problems, or they think their own believe themselves they're crazy and won't go seek help for surgery, or somebody will verify it. And I don't know how quite these things happen. I have a great faith that the people who show up in my life are the people that are supposed to show up in my life. So for the last 3 months or so, I'm working with some folks in Nepal, trying to get a project together to build a trail, a 25-kilometer trail from one place to another, so that tourists can come and the economic progress can be made in a village that doesn't have much, and there's a temple that maybe they could get tourists to, but they don't know how to write proposals, and they don't know who to ask, and they don't know how to do community development yet. And so those are things I can help with. And even if there's a language problem, a communication problem, those are things that, when I say, okay, who's going to oppose this, they don't have any trouble understanding that and figuring out what that is, and then, okay, how do you win them over? And then for reasons I am not sure of, the Ekankar people in Africa have overwhelmed me with friend requests. They're just amazing. It seems if you get one, you're going to get 10 or 15, and I must have 25 Ekankar friends down in Africa. And I have friends here in the States too, as well, who I'm good friends with a Hugh singer and some others. But I didn't anticipate the strength of the movement in Africa. So there's a lot of Or an opportunity to share with people from a whole other continent that I don't know a whole lot about, and from a religion that I don't know a whole lot about. But I certainly respect the people who believe it because they seem to be loving and kind people. Um, I think most of all, I believe that almost all my work has more to do with modeling than anything else. Just being myself. This is who I am. And I remember when somebody asked me to describe myself, and I'm thinking, well, what slice of the pie do you want to know about? You want to know about the race driver? I mean, he's a crazy bugger, but he sure liked the booze and the women in the pits and driving like a wild. I'd get off work at midnight and drive with the headlights off through the Santa Cruz Mountains at high speeds. I mean, I've done really crazy stuff. Got stopped by an RCMP one time, and I had me and two girls in the car. And he said, "Weren't you going kind of fast?" He couldn't keep up with us, so we parked in this big basin. And one of the girls says, "Fast hell, we were flying." I thought, okay, that's an aspect of me. I don't think my reflexes would survive it anymore, but it was an aspect of me. I always have trouble when people ask me that. Who are you? What are you? I used to have a website I called God's Fools, and I think that's as good an explanation as any. Ultimately, I have bought into the Cree notion of being a clean mom. And for them, that comes from the eagle whistle, which is made from a bone, and you blow through it. And if the marrow is all out and it's smooth inside, you actually get the sound of an eagle. It's quite realistic. But if there's any little jiggles in, then the sound is distorted just a bit. And so to be a clean bone is to be able to let spirit flow through you cleanly. That has a lot to do with moving your ego out of the way and whatnot. Black Elk said something like, if I claim to do the healing, he said, it's not I that does the healing, it's the spirit that flows through me. And if I were to claim I did the healing, I would make a mockery of it all my life. And that's kind of where I am. I want to be a clean ball moment by moment by moment. I don't work at it particularly. I don't meditate. I don't pray. I don't, unless people ask for it. I just try to set myself aside and let it flow. And sometimes I succeed and sometimes I don't. And I don't worry about it when I don't.
Beautiful. Thank you, Kisitwa.
And I think that covers it.
We are about to close the circle. And to close the circle, what I like about the circle, I always used to think about the circle as a spiral, because the spiral is always complete, but never, but always open. And then I thought, how is a circle like a spiral? The circle is a complete, it looks like closed, but actually in the center of the circle is the spiral. And that's what we are right now. Although we are all like one small gathering, within us are all the people who are in our hearts, because the heart is the chakra or the energy which encompasses all. So I thought, in a physical way, in a virtual way, if we can just right now end the circle with 1 minute of silence, in which we'll be just placing our hands in as if we're holding one another's hands. And in doing so, just giving our visions a spiral feeling, radiating out into the world. We have started the new year beautifully of the 13 moon calendar with blessings to all. Thank you.
Thank you.
See you next week,
Anything.
either in our hearts or on Zoom.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much, Jenny. I'm so happy you came. Please